I'm Marc Stevens, author of Government Indicted, and my website, of course, markstevens.net. The radio show is called The No State Project. We're live most Saturdays from 4 to 7 Eastern Standard Time on LRN.FM. And you're welcome to call if you believe that anything on my website that I have put out is incorrect, that I have my facts wrong, or anything on the radio show or in these YouTube videos. Please feel free to call into a live broadcast. And you can also contact me on Skype at FrankRizzle3, or you can email me on the website. And what we have is just another short video. We're going to add this to the success stories, which is getting pretty thick. This time, I think, I didn't even realize it until I was reading this. I had originally just read and went down the reason, where the prosecutor, the CPS, had thrown this out. I knew it was England. I didn't realize that it was actually Wales until I started reading the document. When I started photoshopping the stuff out, I started looking at this. I'm like, what the hell? That's, I thought maybe this was Christine, but it was spelled wrong. Apparently it's not. It's Welsh. And I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that. But yes, this is from the Crown Prosecutor A. Slight in Wales. I was immediately reminded of this, which I thought was absolutely hilarious.
Today we had a big contrast in temperature across the UK, just 12 degrees over coastal parts of eastern England with cloudy skies, but in the sunshine in northwest Wales at RAF Mona, just up the road from Llanfair Pwllgwyn, Gellgogera Cwndrobwll, Llantysilio Gogogwch, the temperature got to 20.
Nice jobs. That's not something that I can do, so I'm going to leave the Welsh to others, experts like Liam Dutton. But a big congratulations to Christine, or Chris, I'm going to say Chris, for sending me this. He had a ticket. This was failure to give information relating to identification of a driver/rider of a vehicle and required, because they believe that these laws apply to Chris just because he's physically in Wales. So what he did was he filed an application. A motion's called an application in England and Wales. And the application states that the prosecution, the Crown Prosecution Service, or the police, have failed to present any evidence to support their claim or their presumption or their argument, their allegation rather, that just because Chris was physically in Wales, that their rules and laws applied to him and that there was territorial jurisdiction. Of course, there's not. It's just an allegation. There's no actual evidence to back it up. But that doesn't always stop them from filing the complaints. But it did get them here to withdraw their complaints. So the reason for my decision is there is not enough evidence to provide a realistic prospect of conviction. And that was from an A. Slight, who's a Crown prosecutor. So here we have the prosecutor withdrawing in plain English, not Welsh, plain English. There is not enough evidence. So since the application was based on a lack of evidence, it's pretty clear, at least circumstantially, it's pretty damn strong that the prosecution could not provide, like in Helen's case, could not provide, or in any case that we've been involved where we've requested the evidence, that there wasn't a shred of proof supporting their allegation that just because he's physically in Wales, that the laws or the rules of the Welsh government actually apply to Chris. So they can't prove territorial jurisdiction and they can't prove personam jurisdiction. And because they're trying to prove that, there was a violation of the act, because they can't prove that the act applies, they can't show a valid cause of action. They can't show subject matter jurisdiction. The whole thing completely falls flat, which is why A. Slight did the right thing and withdrew the complaint, because there is not enough evidence. So big congratulations to Chris in Wales for standing up to these people and holding their feet to holding them to their burden of proof, because the burden of proof lies on the prosecution to prove all their allegations, including subject matter, personam, and territorial jurisdiction. But if you disagree, you think I'm full of crap, that the evidence is not there to show that that's why it was thrown out, then you're more than welcome to call me on a live broadcast We're live every Saturday, most Saturdays anyway, on LRN.FM. If you have proof that A. Slight did not have, you have proof that the actual prosecutor in this case, with this complaint, did not have and could not provide, and even someone who's personally involved, that there is not enough evidence. If you disagree and you think you have evidence, that would prove that these rules apply to Chris just because he's physically in Wales. Please do what this A. Slight could not do. Provide the evidence. Again, my name is Marc Stevens. Website is markstevens.net.